guys, so today I'm going to be sharing with you my favorites from the month of April. Yes, I know it's been a hot minute since I've been here on this channel, but you guys, I so appreciate you sticking with me through this crazy busy season of my life. It is senior year of college, and so I am insanely busy with that, plus with my new job. Things have just been a little bit crazy, so I'm trying to film as much as I can so that you guys actually have some new content up. But thank you so much for hanging in there with me. I really appreciate it. Okay, so now moving on to what the video is actually about. So I actually have some surprising favorites this month. So first thing, I went back to my BECCA backlight priming filter. I fell back in love with this, you guys. So here's the thing. As you've heard me say before, my skin is pretty oily, and it gets a little bit more oily towards the summer months. And it's now, here in Sacramento, it's now in the upper 80s, close to 90s. So with this being illuminating, it always concerns me that it's going to make my skin look really oily. But to be honest with you, I have it under my foundation today, and it just adds a really healthy glow. I love this so much, and I've used a ton of it. Let's see, I think it's about down to right about here, which that's a lot. I normally don't go through a primer that quick, so you guys know that if I'm going through it that quick, that I really have been enjoying it. So that has been so good to go back to. The other thing that I did go back to, this is kind of a throwback, to be honest with you, is the Rimmel Stay Matte Liquid Mousse Foundation. My shade is number 201 Classic Beige. Okay, let me say this. This was a total rediscovered favorite. I totally forgot how much I love this stuff, but it's full coverage. I don't have to use a concealer with it. It's for blemishes. I don't have to use a concealer. It's freaking fantastic. I love this. The one thing though that I think is an issue just right now is the color is, it looks a little too light. So going into summer, I probably would need a deeper shade, but this is amazing. I love this so much. So this was a fantastic rediscovered favorite. I went back to the Balm Frat Boy. I actually have, do I have that on my cheeks today? No, lies, sorry. Where's my brain today? So here's what, sorry, I don't want to blind you with the mirror. There's what the shade looks like. I love this. It's such a pretty, I don't know if you'd say understated, but it's such a pretty natural flush to the cheeks. I think it's wonderful for spring and summer. Yeah, I love this so much. So this was great to use again. A lot of these actually are kind of rediscovered favorites. For brows, I, yet again, use my NYX Control Freak Brow Gel. This is probably my holy grail. I freaking love this. And it's only $6 at Ulta. Yes, please. It's amazing. I've been trying to use up these little samples of the Lorac behind the scenes eye primer. And this one actually is pretty much to its bitter end. I think I may either have to cut it open to see if there's any more in there or just throw it out. But this is amazing. You guys have heard me talk about this a million times. I think it's comparable to the drugstore primer from Maybelline, the long-lasting eye base. I think it's extremely comparable to that. Yeah, I love this. So this is amazing. I probably won't get the full size of this just because it's like $22. And to me, that's a little expensive to spend on an eye primer. So, and I've got still, I think, a couple of these little samples floating around in my collection. But nevertheless, this is an amazing eye primer. Concealer, I've been using the Benefit Boing Brightening Concealer. My shade is number 2. I'll give you a... I don't know if you can see how much of that I've used. Hopefully you can tell. I know the lighting in here is kind of crazy, but I've made a pretty darn good dent in it. I do have it on today. I love this concealer, especially when I'm on limited sleep. This thing is a lifesaver. I really, really love this, so this is amazing. Let's see. Okay, so for eyeshadow, I have still been playing with the Morphe 9B Bronzed Babe palette. This is such a fun palette. I really, here, let me turn it this way so I don't blind you. I really have been enjoying this. It's just fantastic. The shades are so pretty. My favorite, I think, well, there's a couple of favorites I have in here. I really, really love the shade called, let's see, called Vacay. That is such a pretty, I don't know that it's quite rose gold, but it's like this taupe mauve shade. It's gorgeous. And then my other favorite for just kind of a matte eye is actually between the shades, between this one, which is Hang 10, and the, let's see, Now Boarding, which is that one right there. Such a pretty, I mean, I know they're browns, but I just, they're actually kind of special colors. They have kind of a interesting twist to them. I just really, really have been enjoying this palette. So it's awesome. It's $12. I mean, the quality is pretty darn fantastic. So for $12, yeah, it's awesome. So that's been fun to use. Now let me say this. I know that in last month's favorites, or in, let's see, that would have been March. So in March favorites, I know I said that I didn't have a mascara that I was really loving at the moment because I was using the Maybelline Total Temptation mascara, and I wasn't quite sure about it. Well, I think I've changed my mind. This is the Maybelline Total Temptation mascara. I do have it on today. There's something about this. It does give me good volume and good separation. It does not flake off. It does not transfer on my brow bone or on my lower lash line. It's fantastic. It stays all day long. I'll give you a look at the applicator. The only thing, I mean, it's not a huge brush. The only thing that's kind of not cool, for me at least, is you see how messy the tube gets. You do have to be careful because when you do pull it out, it sometimes comes, the tip does pack a lot of product sometimes. So you got to be careful with that. And I just, that tube itself is kind of messy. I don't know why it's like that, but anyway, nevertheless, it actually made it into my favorites, which is surprising to me because I wasn't too sure about it. And the shade that I have it in, I think is just Blackest Black. Yeah, so it's pretty darn amazing. I don't know that it's quite up there with the L'Oreal Lash Paradise that I love so much, but we'll see. We'll have to do a comparison. So last couple things to find out. My lip color that I've been loving is the Neutrogena Moisture Smooth Color Stick in Fresh Papaya. This is fantastic for if you've got chapped lips or just dry lips in general. This does the job. I've been using this the entire month because my lips have been so chapped because here in Sacramento, when it gets really hot, my lips get really chapped and dry. And this does add some moisture back into them. And the color just is fantastic for any sort of look you want to do. It goes with any eye look. It's just great. And it's one of those shades that you can just slap on and not have to worry about placement. So yes, I love this. Okay, then the last thing is last couple things. there is some new products. So I bought my first ever Estee Lauder product from Ulta, and it's the Lucidity Translucent Pressed Powder. My shade is number 3, medium. So this is what the packaging looks like. And then it comes with a really great mirror here. It does come with a sponge. Yes, I've been using it. I have used a brush with it. And I'm just kind of testing out which method I like better, if I like the brush application better or if I like the little sponge. And I'm kind of digging the sponge actually, which I usually don't. So, yeah, it's kind of surprising to me. But, okay, so that's what the powder looks like. It's so fine, the powder itself. It does not feel heavy. I do have it on today. I use it as my setting powder after I have finished my makeup. This is amazing. The fact that it does not make my skin look like a caked up mess after I've got all my other makeup on is fantastic. I freaking love this. This is probably my favorite pressed powder that I've ever tried. It's amazing. The scent, I don't know what the scent is, but it's kind of perfumey-ish. So if you are sensitive to, I mean, it's not a strong scent. I can't smell it unless I literally sit here and smell it. But yeah, so it's amazing. I freaking love this powder, and it's got the little stamped emblem on the inside. I don't know if you can see it, but it's amazing. I love it. So that was a really fantastic purchase. I actually have yet to haul this, so there's a haul video coming. So you just got a sneak peek on that, but that's been fantastic to use. I've been using it for the past couple of months. So, all right, and then the last thing is a new setting spray. So you all know that I've been loving the Hard Candy Sheer Envy primer. I think it's priming mist or something. I've loved that for the longest time just because it adds a glow and it doesn't make your skin look oily. However, I ran out of that and I wanted to actually try the Catrice line. So I picked up the Catrice Long Lasting Prime and Fine Multi-Talent Fixing Spray. So I haven't used very much, as you can see, because you don't need a ton. This is fantastic. I put it on today after I did all my makeup. This is amazing. It does not make my skin look cakey. It takes all the powderiness, whatever, away. By the end, this is what's amazing to me. By the end of my day, which is anywhere between 12 and 18 hours long, my makeup still looks as fresh as it did when I applied it that morning, which that's pretty darn fantastic for a setting spray. So I am extremely happy with this purchase. I love this. I want to say I only paid like $6 or $7 for this from Ulta. I'll annotate the price down below, as well as all of the information for all of these products will be linked down in the description box. Please make sure you check that out. That will have all the links to where you can purchase these things. But this is fantastic. I love this. And the funny thing is, the sprayer on this is like, you only need, I mean, 2 sprays is a bit generous. I use 2 just because of my oily skin. But you could get your whole face with 1 spray. This sprayer is like, it's fantastic. I've never seen a sprayer that like literally sprays your entire face all at once. So it's pretty fantastic. For my favorites from the month of April, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Once again, thank you so much for sticking with me through this busy season of life. You don't know how much I appreciate you guys. You're just amazing. Thank you for being my subscribers, and I love you guys. So Thank you so much for watching. I hope you're having a great day, and I will talk to you very soon. Bye.